If you care a lot about music and you're interested in music production, and you're thinking about how can I make this a more important part of my life, then stay tuned because this video will walk you through a couple of options that are right in front of you. And in fact, I'm going to share a little bit of my own background story, so stay tuned for that as well. My name is Philip. If you're new to this channel, I run Pick Yourself entirely to help you build a meaningful career or maybe a meaningful life based on your passion for music. So if that is relevant to you, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to post much more content specifically on that. Okay, so today I want to talk about a misconception that is out there. So a lot of people think if you want to make it in the music industry, they automatically think, okay, I have to be an artist probably. So you want to be an artist, you sacrifice a lot of things for that lifestyle, you go on tour and so on and so forth. And most people who try this out, who think that this is their way of making a music life happen, a lot of these people give up frustrated relatively early on because they either don't have the endurance or they're not willing to make the sacrifices that are connected to that lifestyle. And I speak from experience, so I've been on tour for more than 10 years and I did this besides my high school and college years. And at the end, I figured out that this is probably not the lifestyle that I want to live because things like starting a family and so on seemed pretty difficult with that, which are also meaningful things to me. But still, I wanted to have music a key component of my life. So I want you to consider a few of the other options that are right in front of you. If you are super passionate about music, maybe there are other ways to integrate it besides the artist career. I'm not saying you should sacrifice the artist career entirely, not at all. I'm actually a big fan of that still, and I still do put out music. But the question is, do you have to make, for example, a living just off of that? Or is it maybe possible to do like a 50-50 split? So working in something that is really related to it, but also having the personal fulfillment of putting out music. Just to give you an example, the reason why I started to focus on the studio world, so mixing and mastering people's records, producing and co-producing music with other people, all of these things, to me they made a lot of sense simply because I had the freedom to work from wherever I want. As long as I have my laptop, a great interface and amazing headphones, I can pretty much do whatever I want and work from wherever I want. So I really like this freedom aspect. And also I wasn't bound to a touring calendar or anything. So this is something that works really well for my personal lifestyle. I'm not saying that this is necessarily the thing that you should do, but I want to share what has worked for me, and maybe there is something helpful in this to you where you can make a decision that helps you. And even if you say, okay, still the artist thing is to me the most important aspect, I want to dedicate at least 80% of my time to being an artist, maybe the sources of income that you generate until you are big enough as an artist can come from something else. So for example, creating music for films, for advertising, for games. These are things that are still like very much connected to your talent for producing music, but not necessarily something that has to run through your artist career. So it can also go at the side. And if you are mainly seeing music as a super passionate hobby, then also the question is, do you really need to work full-time, for example? Or is it maybe possible to go into an 80% or 50% position, still have enough of a salary to support your overall lifestyle, maybe not a few of the bonuses that you would like to have, and then seeing how you can channel your talent for music to generate a little bit of a side income that also supports your lifestyle goals. And this would give you maybe much more fulfillment than just doing a little bit of music here and there, a couple of hours per week, and you always feel restricted and not like you feel like the lifestyle that you're living right now is not the thing that you were dreaming of. So allow yourself to have much more freedom and flexibility in your lifestyle choices. And the one thing that I want you to take away from this is being honest with yourself. So self-awareness and being really, really honest with yourself is one of the most important things that has helped me to build a, I would say, really fulfilling life so far. Because I always, when something didn't feel right, I always honestly questioned myself. Plus, I had the courage to then take action. And this is something that a lot of people lack, like this ability to then ask the right questions and also take the right actions. It's okay if something doesn't feel right anymore, but you have to be aware, figure out where it's coming from, and then also experiment in your life and figure out what might be a different solution. To give you another example of that, for example, my studio is based in Berlin, and I always thought that it's super important to be in Berlin because this is like the hub for electronic music, and I also thought that it's really good for my studio reputation if I'm working from there, have this Berlin label basically attached to my work. And now, at this point in my life, I'm questioning whether this really makes sense, because my work comes from 95% of my clients come from outside of Berlin. I don't think if anyone really cares where I'm based. I also, like right now, I'm in Tuscany in Italy, and I work for the same clients as always. And many new people are coming in as well, and no one cares where I'm actually based in right now. So my lifestyle design might look different in a couple of years from now. Maybe I'm moving to somewhere where there's a sea nearby, or a lake, or I don't know, where it's not as cold as in Berlin during the winters. All of these things are options, and I'm asking these questions right now and starting to experiment just to figure out what feels even better. And I think we will never arrive. So also for your own decision-making process, what you want to do with music in your life, you will probably never arrive, but you have to dare to experiment and to figure these things out. Okay, so this was slightly drifting from what I originally wanted to say. But yeah, it got me thinking quite a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this still and are taking something away from this. If you have questions about this, if you want me to help you with this kind of lifestyle design, leave a comment below, and I would be happy to start a little conversation with you, see where everything figures out. Cool, the dog was chasing something there. And leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and also let me know how you want to build a meaningful life based around your passion for music. I would be super interested to hearing from you, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.